Alright guys, so with the Michael Jackson biopic on the horizon, I figured it would be fun to do a top 10 ranking of the Michael Jackson moonwalks. Now, what do I mean by this and how am I going to do it? Well, something like this can easily be an insurmountable task, so I established some guidelines. The guidelines are... I'm just kidding. There are no guidelines. I'm just doing whatever the hell I want over here. I'm kidding. Really, the main thing is, of course, when I say moonwalks, I'm talking about moonwalks he does in notable performances. Now, obviously, I haven't seen every recorded MJ moonwalk ever, but some of the big ones we know about, like the Motown 25 one, the Dangerous Tour ones, and some offbeat ones here and there, those are the ones that are going to count, right? This is bound to exclude some performances that you guys know about that I haven't seen, but again, an emphasis on notable. Like some bootleg recording of him doing the moonwalk on a random date in some random European country to me isn't notable. If we went into it like that, then my God, this list would be huge and we'd be here all day. Also, I'm only counting moonwalks that are done on the actual instrumental break of the song and not the dance break after the song. You know what I'm talking about. Also not including ones that he does just randomly throughout the song too. So yeah, we're going to start ranking in a bit, but first I want to talk a little bit about the moonwalk because I think it's important to kind of, set this up. To get this out of the way, I know this won't come as a surprise to many of you, but Michael did not invent the moonwalk. Like many of his dance moves, they're evolved versions of what came before him. Many performers in the early 1930s to the 1950s even have done the moonwalk, also known as the backslide. But obviously, I don't say this to take away from MJ. If anything, I say it to show just how well-read and knowledgeable he was with dance and the culture around it. He studied what came before him and then made it better. Like, the way MJ does the moonwalk is like the way to do it. And he was the one that took it to a global mass appeal. I remember being a kid and seeing him do it. It truly was the most mesmerizing dance move ever to me. And it still is. There's just something so off about it, right? It's that contradiction, the illusion of looking like you're walking forward, but going backwards. It's so goddamn simple, but so effective. So with all that said, and without further ado, this is my top 8 ranking of the best Michael Jackson moonwalks. Yes, I gathered 8. I was struggling to find more and got to 8. You'll find that just like his tours and eras, the type of moonwalk he does is divided into eras as well. The moonwalk he does in the bad era is different than the one from Dangerous, so on and so forth. So, with a few exceptions, if you look at multiple concerts from the same era, you're likely going to get a similar moonwalk. And at the end of the day, I'm just over here trying to find moonwalks that stand out. So let's go. Also, subscribe, hit the like button, and if you find it in you, go ahead and use the gifting feature to toss over a couple bucks, since I really don't make any money making these videos. Let's do it. All right, so my first moonwalk on this list technically breaks a bit of the guidelines I mentioned in the beginning of the video, but whatever, I told you this was my list. But this performance takes place in Basel, Switzerland, July 20th, 1997 for the History World Tour. This isn't a surprise, but during his History Tour, this was a much more tired MJ. Older MJ, right? His moonwalks were not as crazy, I'd say, as they were during the Bad and Dangerous tour. He lip-synced a lot more. That said, it is still MJ, so he puts on a great show. But this particular moonwalk I love because it's not perfect by any imagination, but what he does after and how he just makes it work still and deliver is just awesome. See what I mean? I just love how you can see him struggling a bit. I don't know if it's because of the shoes or the stage, but I do like a little bit of his hand movement here. Yeah, his feet struggle a bit, and you might be asking yourself, yo, why would you include a video where MJ is struggling to do the moonwalk on a ranking video? Well, because it's still MJ, and even though his moonwalk faltered a bit, what he does after completely saves it and shows just how much of a showman he really is. Boom! That toe stand, man. My God, even in the History Tour, in his late 30s, this man is on fire. I had to include this moonwalk because, like I said, even though he faltered a bit, he still came back, and that's the mark of a true performer. I mean, that has got to be one of the best toe stands ever. Yep, that's right. I'm probably pissing off a lot of you right now. Look, just because it's the first time he does the moonwalk doesn't mean it's the best time, okay? Yes, it's incredibly iconic and we can never take that away from it. But once we get to the end of the video, you'll see just how much MJ evolves the moonwalk to the point where it's not even a contest. That said, this moonwalk is still super slick, and yeah, in the context of someone watching in the 80s, your mind would have been blown. But I find that it's too short, duration-wise, but also feet-to-feet distance. And he doesn't go on his toes as much too. Also, there's not a lot of neck movement either. The moonwalk, as a lot of you know, has a couple of layers to it. If you don't know how to do it, it may look hard or easy, but however you see it, once you try it out, you look like an idiot. Again, if you don't know how to do it. If you already know how to do it, there's the easy way to do it, and then the hard way to do it. This video actually I found on Instagram really explains, well, the layered technique of the moonwalk.
Michael does it on the tippy toes of his shoe. This is the cute way of backsliding, but if you want to do it the hard way.
So yeah, as you can see, the Motown 25 version is the beta version of the moonwalk, which is still awesome and it's done in such a beautiful way, so don't kill me. All right, next up is the moonwalk from the MTV Video Music Awards in 1995. The moonwalk here is, I think, similar to the Motown 25 one in that it's short distance, feet-wise, but it's longer in duration, which makes it the more evolved version. He points his toes a bit more too, and there's more neck and body movement. I'm not a fan of how much the audience hands cover his feet though, but it is what it is. Okay, I love this moonwalk. It's so sleek and smooth. Again, it's not super top tier, but man, does he pull off the short duration moonwalk so well. This to me is probably the smoothest the short moonwalk has ever looked. Pay attention to his hands and body. It really makes the moonwalk look even better despite its short duration and short feet distance. Just chef's kiss. Okay, this is one of my favorites because it's a nice mixture between peak moonwalk and less peak moonwalk. As you can see, it's shorter duration, but maintains the long feet distance of the peak moonwalks. I love it. Take a shot every time I say peak. This one, like the other moonwalks, I think show just how much the moonwalk benefits from it being done by a tall person like Michael Jackson. His legs are long and look so nice when they snap and he does that heel change. Also, I like the movement of his body and neck. All right, everybody, we're officially in the top 3. And you know I couldn't make a list like this without including the Victory Tour performances. This particular concert, of course, took place in Toronto, Canada. This moonwalk, it's so amazing, so grand. It features Michael at the peak of his popularity, of his success. He's also skinnier here than in the Dangerous Tour, and so the moonwalk, I think, looks even sleeker. I don't know how to put it, but you know what I mean. It's because, you know, he's tall. I gotta say, though, I think he was still figuring out what to do with his body because his arms here are kind of funny. He's like trying to be an animal or some shit, but hey, I guess it kind of fits. Michael here is a behemoth of an artist. Again, this is the tour right after Thriller released, so he's the biggest star in the world. He's young. He's just ready to eat the whole world up. The moonwalk here is the most ostentatious one, I think, so that's why it stands out so much. It's also very similar to other ways that Michael would move his body around this time in dancing. Okay, number 2, we got this iconic performance at Wembley Stadium for the Bad Tour. Had to do it. The moonwalk here. my God, it's the best it's ever been at this point. He finally cooled down on the flailing arms in favor of a more toned down but sleek execution. His neck is on point. He's got the right duration and feet distance. This is number 2 because it's the closest he's ever gotten to the best moonwalk, which we'll talk about at number 1, obviously. But I think an honorable mention too is the Yokohama moonwalk. It's similar to the Wembley one, but his neck here is just extended the entire time, which gives the moonwalk another type of edge that I really dig. He doesn't point his toes as much as he does with the Wembley one, which is why I gotta make it an honorable mention and is not number 2. And finally, we arrive at number 1. Come on, you all know which one it is. Oh yes, this is the moonwalk that I have stared at the longest. The one that has my jaw to the floor every time I see it. The one that proves Michael is the greatest performer in the history of entertainment. The one that justifies, for the 1,000th time, why Michael is the only musician in the Dance Hall of Fame. Jesus, this is the perfect moonwalk. No one does the moonwalk like he does, man. No one. The toe execution, the distance, the duration, his head, his body, his neck, his mouth, it's all on point. I also think it's so beautiful because it partly looks like this because of the biological body that he had. As I talked about earlier in this video, he was a tall dude. So yeah, it's gonna look awesome. And his hair too. This to me is peak Michael performing. In fact, this whole Dangerous tour, I think, really is. And also the other shit he does in this same performance too. Just amazing. But there we have it, everybody. That's my list. I know you all agree, and there will be no one in the comment section hating on my picks or the order in which they're in, right? I kid. But go ahead and let me know in the comment section below what your list is. It's probably going to look a little bit different than mine, and that's okay. Please give this video a like if you like, dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. Share this video with your friends. Drop a tip down below if you feel compelled to do so. Also, let me know in the comments what other ranking videos you would like to do. I'm thinking maybe the top 10 or top 5 like best Billie Jean dance breaks. Sound good? But that's it for me. You all take care, stay safe, and until next time, I love you.